So I'm Mark Broadbent, and I'm Ibiza resident of like 20 plus years now. And today I'm joined with some of my close friends who have also been long-term residents of Ibiza and instrumental in doing some fantastic things here. We're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves. This is my first friend of the day, Dawn.
Yeah, hi Mark.
Hey.
Hi. We've known one another for what? Maybe, oh gosh, way too many years.
I think it's
20
probably
odd
20 odd years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. Although the time seems to have gone quicker than that, doesn't it?
It does. It does. From what I remember, it's gone very, very quickly.
Yeah. So I first met Dawn. I would have been in the back room of some nightclub somewhere when she was running the infamous Manumission brand at. Was it Privilege then, or was it at Coup?
It was at the Coup Club.
Yeah, it was at Coup. It was still called Coup then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you co-founded that with family members, which is another reason that we've got a similarity, myself and Dawn, because you know I did my thing at Space with my brother-in-law, so we kind of bonded over this shared
dysfunctionality of working with family.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I came to Ibiza in 1994, and we first came. We came to do the club.
Yeah,
we've been doing the club night in Manchester for various reasons. Had to leave, wanted to leave, and someone told us that everything we were looking for and more was here in Ibiza. So we got on a plane and came in '94, and basically really never left.
Manumission means freedom from slavery.
Yeah, it means the word manumit is Latin, and it means to set a slave free.
Yeah, okay.
So it literally means release.
Yeah,
freedom from slavery.
And the greatest freedom was leaving Manchester.
Exactly. And it was, a lot of people thought it was related to like Manchester City or Man United or Manchester.
Manu on a mission.
Yeah,
I remember people saying.
A man on a mission.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was actually Mike's old girlfriend that found the name. And yeah, it just seemed to fit perfectly.
No, well, it is, isn't it? I mean, it's an iconic brand, and it remains very fond in a lot of people's memory. It was, I remember it as being, when we came out here to work for Cream, I remember Manumission as being the biggest event on the island at the time. It's something that you had to go to. It was where all the workers went to in the morning, wasn't it? You'd have the tourist hordes there for the majority of the night, and then everybody turned up kind of like 5 o'clock in the morning, kind of to that room in the back to watch the sunrise over San Rafael.
And that was like the best, to me, that was the best moment. It was like workers' hour, which actually wasn't an hour, it probably was about 5 hours, but it was...
Well, that party just went on and on and on, didn't it? Because you then moved on to Space, didn't you, for carry on a Monday morning?
We did. Like, I think it opened at midnight, but no one came till 3. So it was just like a big swimming pool with strange music playing, and then all of a sudden 3 till 10 was just mental, and it sort of moved through the club and ended up in the back room with all the workers and all the island people. That to me was like the best party.
Yeah,
it was like our back to yours type, all your friends, amazing music. And then we used to move to Playa d'Embossa to Space, which is obviously where you did the parties. But we went via a little bar and a lot of sangria.
The Grand Dunas.
Grand Dunas.
I used to see you in there having breakfast.
Exactly.
As I was turning up to go to work, like to collect my posters to put up around town and stuff. I would see you all like drinking sangria for breakfast.
We've been champion. Well, we didn't actually ever really champion the big DJs because we never put them on the posters.
Yeah.
And we used to get them for like a lot less money than everyone else
was
paying
than me.
them. Yeah, exactly. And that was all part of our thing. You never knew what you were going to get, but you knew it was going to be good. And that meant that people wanted to come and play for us. And so, we'd have like Norman Cook playing in the toilets, handing out toilet roll and, things like that. But we then moved into, we got Harmar Superstar to sort of host it. We got Electric Six to play on the main stage.
Grandma Funk.
Yeah, Grandma Funk came and did
She was
stuff.
the Groove Armada.
So I See Baby, shaking
yeah,
ass,
that's like shaking your ass.
And they sort of
that.
wrote that about Manumission, and you know there was lots of people that got involved. You know, the whole Wall of Sound with Mark.
Yeah. Jack LeConte was a regular, wasn't he?
Jack LeConte.
He was brilliant, who obviously then went on to produce Madonna, and in fact, a lot of the artists that you kind of broke went on to become massive, in the pop world, didn't they? Mark Ronson, Jack LeConte, as I've mentioned, LCD Sound System, I think, played for you first, didn't
James
they?
Murphy.
James
we
Murphy.
did a lot of stuff with. I mean, there was just so many people came through the doors, and you know that went on. We got down into the Guinness Book of Records as like the biggest weekly club night in the world, and I think, but that sort of put us off a bit. We just started to want to do a little bit more credible, sort of real stuff, and there were some great bands coming through, like the Rapture, like LCD, and we just really felt.
Arctic Monkeys, I even saw in Ibiza.
I know, and then to us, that was just like going back to something that was a little bit more authentic, and that was stepping away from the big commercial thing.
Yeah, and that's what's kept us together and brought us to this wonderful venue that we're at now, which you took over 10 years ago. Is it 10 years ago? Like Pike's Hotel, the infamous hotel in the hills of San Antonio. Dawn took control of this 10 years ago and has made it into something absolutely fabulous, somewhere that we can still come to in Ibiza at our age and have that fabulous Ibiza experience still.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, Pike's it's very authentic. It's got a lot of rich. It's like one of the ultimate rock and roll hotels in the world.
I think so.
And it was built, you know, by Tony Pike, who passed away maybe a couple of years ago now.
It might even be 3, you know.
Yeah, it could be. So, you know, and it was sort of like we inherited a great little piece of Ibiza history stuff.
And a certain legacy as well, which you know, I mean, it's a great thing, but it's also it's a little bit of a problem as well, isn't it? Moving away from that.
It is. It's like, especially because I like trained as an architect, so design is really, you know, one of the things that I'm very passionate about, and it's very hard to retain something authentic, but yet update and make it your own.
Well,
so
you can't really update this place too much, can you? Because it's just absolutely gorgeous, and architecturally, it's kind of like hidden.
Yeah, it
by
is.
all that wonderful foliage and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, you've managed to do a fantastic job, and you're working within the realms of the possibilities of doing that here. And last year you started a new project with Pamela's to kind of like move a little bit away from the old legacy of Pikes. As we're getting a little bit older, this is how I see it anyway, as we're getting older, things need to mature a little bit whilst keeping that cheeky edge to it, and I think that you've absolutely nailed that, just with the colour scheme and colour schemes of the restaurant and the concept last year, and we'll be moving forward with that, I guess, in the future.
100%. And you know that Pamela's really represents the feminine spirit of the island, which, you know, I'm all into this sort of like electric yin yang, you know, this fact that we've all got this male and female side. And Tony, the old owner, was very much the male spirit of the island. You know, he was an absolute womanizer. You know, you couldn't walk through the restaurant without very un-PC
character, wasn't
he?
He wouldn't be allowed nowadays.
Absolutely not. He'd be banged up. And so now I'm seeing that we're moving into this much more feminine era, and Pamela sort of represents that, and she's this sort of represents the goddess Tanit, which is the female energy of the island, but still the goddess of sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Absolutely.
Global lockdown, nightclubs not opening, everything, we've had to really rethink, but I think we've really come to a really solid position where we're really focused on food and drink. We launched our Pike's cocktail book, which has done incredibly well, sort of 24 hours in
the restaurant's award winning, isn't it? It's won a couple of awards the last few years, hasn't it? Best restaurant
in Ibiza. You know, we got a piece in in Vogue Spain where they sort of said, you know, if Kate Moss was dining in Ibiza, she'd be at Pamela's. You know, we've probably booked five days a week. So we've really, you know, the restaurant is doing really well. We've got Lee Milne, who's a Gordon Ramsay trained chef. So food's really become a real source of.
And Sarah mentioned you were talking to Tess as well.
Yeah.
And what's Tess about then? I mean, I've read her blog and stuff,
Yeah.
which is like amazing, like a natural food blog on Ibiza and stuff. But she's advising, or what?
Tess Prince is coming in to do a daily brunch, so we're really going to focus. Because I know Mark,
I love brunch. Yeah. Brunch is my favourite meal.
You've been doing the Bulldog Gym brunch, haven't you?
Yeah.
And so we really want to make music and food and drink focal to this summer, just like it was, and build on it. So the lunch times are going to be a very healthy brunch, you know, obviously fueled by mimosas and Bloody Marys and anything else.
Healthy drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthy alcohol.
Tomato juice and a bit of celery. And so, you know, we're really excited about that because Tess is incredible, inspiring. She uses locally sourced food in very creative ways, and it's the yin to the yang to the nighttime. So nighttime's very fine dining, again locally sourced food, but you know, very rich and all about the sauces and the layering. And then the daytime is the sort of complete opposite, where it becomes very healthy.
Yeah, then we could do with some salads, couldn't we?
Yeah, loads of amazing salads. You know,
everybody in lockdown's put on a bit of timber, so we could possibly do with some of Tessa's nice salads.
Exactly, we're all going to be recovering this summer for sure.